Hi, this is Kevin with Naples Lawn Service, and today we're going to be doing a video on how to install fence posts and how to build your H's when you're ready to put up some fencing on your property. And it's going to be one of 2 or 3 videos in a series, a complete series on how to fence in your property. Okay, so today's video is just how to build the H and install the poles. We're going to do a separate video on putting the fence up and stretching it and all that. But usually you want to get your corner post in first. And so you would build 2 of these H's. Okay, you're going to have an H going this way, and then we're going to show you how to build an H going that way. Okay, so you have a really strong corner post. And the H's we build out of these bigger, these are 8-foot by 6-inch posts. And we'll put in a couple of these. These are much more heavy duty than the fence posts. And the fence posts over there are 4 inches by 6 foot. We also use those for our cross beams to build our H's. So now there's a lot of different ways to put in fencing and build H's and all that. I'm just going to show you the way we do it. It's worked good for us. And like I said, there's other methods also. But the tools you're going to need to do your fence post are, if you have an auger on the back of your tractor, this is the easiest way. We did a whole video on this. If you want to check out my 3025E tractor with this auger video, it's already out, and you can see how a review on this and how much it costs and where you find it and all that. So be sure to check out that video on the tractor with this implement. It'll tell you, like I said, the price and where to buy it and how good it works and all that stuff. If you don't have that, you use post hole diggers, and you want some really good ones. These are actually, I think these are aluminum or stainless or something, and they're better than the wooden handle ones. The wooden handle ones end up breaking, I've found, and these are heavier. These also have a little tape measure on them. Shows you how deep you're going. So these are more expensive, but they're really good. Even if you do have the auger in your tractor, you still might need these just to clean out your dirt in your hole, just make it a few inches deeper. But post hole diggers, you're going to want to have a large level like this. So when you put these babies in, you make sure that you're having them level. We use lag bolts on our H's. Okay, these are like 10-inch lag bolts. And so we have a 1/2 inch. There's your lag bolt. We have this 1/2 inch DeWalt impact wrench that we use. And socket on the end is 3/4 inch because these lag bolts are 3/4. That's how we tie in our H's. I know some people don't do them like that, but we do. We just run that lag bolt right on through there on each end, and man, this thing's rock solid. Other thing you might need is a long tape measure. This is a 200-foot cloth tape measure, because if you're going long runs, you're going to want to use that to help you measure. We got another screw gun here, impact, that we drill these posts with, okay, to get the lag bolt through there initially. We don't drill this, but we drill this. So we got this, and this is a 1/2 inch bit, and it's probably a good foot long anyway. It's got to go through this 6-inch pole, and so you don't have to have it that long, as long as it's going to go through this pole here. And just to help us pack down the sand around pole, we got this old axe handle here. This just helps us pack the sand around it. So anything similar to this or this. A tape measure, because you're going to space out your poles every so many feet. Also to measure your hole, see how deep your hole is there when you do that. So that's just another tool. And of course, for supplies, you're going to need some of these right here. These are 6-inch by 8-foot pressure treated posts. And then your fence posts are 4-inch by 6-foot So you're going to need those, and you're going to need these. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is put in your corner post. You got to decide where where you want to have that. And mine is, other one is about 300 foot that way. And so you're going to put a corner post on each end. And then once you do that, you're going to run some string. Oh yeah, pick up some of this high vis string. This is on a spool, on a rolling spool like this. You can get this at a hardware store, and then that way it just rolls off. And once you set your two corner posts, then you're going to set up your string. Now for these big 8 foot by 6 inchers, I like having them down almost 3 foot. So my auger goes to 33 or so, and usually I can get a couple more inches. So anywhere from 33 to 36 inches deep is what you want to post hole your hole with. Then you want to go ahead and set one of these on each end. Okay, so I already had this other post installed from a few years ago. So basically at this point, I just ran a string. Okay, you run a string all the way from the one post to the other post. And if this is going to be the outside of your fence, then we have the string on this side of the post. Usually you have the finished side usually faces the neighbor's property, the finished side of the fence. And here I'll show you that. That's just what the code is. But if you're doing interior fences in your property, it doesn't matter. But as you can see, this fence here is on the finished side. Usually that's the side that the county says you got to show your neighbors your finished side of your fence. So anyway, this fence line here is going down the middle of our property. Doesn't matter that much, but we got our string on the outside of these posts. So you got your two posts in, one on one end, one on the other, and run your string. You want that string really tight, okay? That string will blow in the wind too, but you want to make it just as tight as you can possibly make it. And because that's how you're going to line up all of your posts in the middle. Okay, so this H is already built, and we're going to go down and show you how to build the other H on the other end. All right, so what I do for these cross beams and the spacing on the H, you can build this H as big or as little as you want. I basically have my H 6 foot apart because that's what these things come pre-cut in. If you wanted it longer, you'd have to get it longer. And if you wanted a shorter distance between your H poles, you just put one of these in there and cut it off. But what we do is we just use this post here as your width because it's going to be in there anyway. And then we're going to, right here, the end of my toe, we're going to put in our 8 inch by 6 inch or 8 foot by 6 inch post. It's going to go right here. So that's going to be the next step, is to drill that hole for that other heavy duty anchor post. So you're going to put that cross beam in there, stand this on the end. You want this post about an 1/8 inch off this string, okay? You don't want it touching, but you want about an 1/8 or 1/4 inch off, something like that. You're going to level it up, and then you're going to spray paint the ground. We just did it. You're going to spray paint the ground around this post. You can mark the ground however you want. Spray paint, or if you had sand, you can just trace it out or whatever. And then you're going to remove this pole and get ready for your drilling. Okay, now you can see the circle on the ground. And we just put a lag bolt in there just to guide in our drill bit. You don't have to do that, but it's just something that we do. And we're going to go ahead and drill this hole. Remember to watch my video on how to use the post hole digger with a tractor. Got a whole separate video on that. Or you could just use your post hole diggers at this point. But we're going to show you how we drill it. Okay, we're gonna measure this here. We wanna have it about 33 inches deep from the sod. And right now we are about 28. So we're just gonna take our hand post hole diggers and get that other 5 inches out of there. Okay, so we got about 33 inches now. That's what we want for these particular posts. It'll be less on the smaller posts, but on the bigger ones, we want to be about 33 deep. Okay, so at this point, we put our cross beam back in place, make sure we were not too far away. If it's closer, you can cut it off. If it's farther away, you need to get a longer post. But at this point, you want to make sure that you're level and you're about 1/8 to 1/4 inch off that string before you fill it in. Very important, otherwise you're going to have a sad looking fence line. All right. All right, so I need to move this over about 1 inch because I'm pressing on this line and I don't want to be doing that. So we're going to lift this up, move it over 1 inch. Okay, so it was touching the string. We don't want that. We want this string to be free, maybe 1/8 or 1/4 inch off. So we're just going to use our handheld post hole digger. We're going to shave about 1 inch off this side right here. Actually, we're going to shave 1 inch off this side in order to help that pole to be off that string and level at the same time. Okay, so we took it out. We used our hand post hole diggers. We shaved a little bit of sand off that one side because you want that about 1/8 to 1/4 inch off. You don't want it touching because you need to know that that line's true and that it's not bent at all. Slap a level on it. Need to make sure that you're level, okay, like this, before you know if you're off your line or not. So that's why you need to level. And then we're going to check level this way and we're level that way. So now someone's going to hold it and someone else is going to fill it in as the other person keeps on checking levelness as they fill it in. Okay, so we're filled it in. It's still level on both sides. We just use this old X handle just to shove down that sand. Now we're down in South Florida. We got a bunch of sand, but you might have something different where you're at. But you want to pound this all the way around evenly. Keep filling it in and keep pounding it all the way around. Okay, now we're going to install the rest of our H. So what we're going to do is put one end where we want it. You don't have to worry about both ends at this point. Just one end where we want it. And we're going to get our paddle bit and we're going to drill a hole through here. Okay, so with our 1/2 inch paddle bit, we're going to go ahead and drill a hole for that lag bolt. We're not drilling our cross beam H. We're just drilling just this one pole. When you're drilling it, you want to keep backing it out so it'll clean itself out. Otherwise, the drill bit's going to get stuck. Okay, now you're going to get one of these lag bolts. These are 10 inch by 1/2 inch lag bolts, and we're going to put that right in there. All right, now we got an impact wrench with a 3/4 inch socket. We're just going to run that till it barely comes out. All right, this is a 2-person project, but you're going to hold up that H so it's centered on that lag bolt. You're going to go ahead and run that one lag bolt in this end of this little post. Okay, so that one's in. Okay, now you could try to measure that. If you went from the ground, it's going to be uneven, so it ain't going to be accurate. You could try to do it from the top of your poles, but if the poles are 1 inch short of the other, it ain't. So I just put a level on this, okay? Once I got the one installed, I put a level on it, make sure it's level. Come over here. We're going to go ahead and drill our hole. And we know this thing is going to look right from a distance because this level says at this level. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and drill our other hole. Okay, now we're going to put this lag bolt in. All right, so there you go. This is solid as a rock. Okay, this is in here. It's about 1/4 inch off the string. It's level, it's straight. And this is a great corner post here. But like I said, there's lots of ways to do this. Lots of people have different techniques. This is just ours. You can decide for yourself. But this is solid as a rock here. And it's a great corner piece, just as it is. All right, so now you can see down that line there. And we're going to go ahead and put in all these little posts. These will go a lot quicker. We can usually do these like in 6 minutes a piece. So we're going to go ahead and put in one of these and show you how that works. Okay, so we're going to go every 10 foot. So I'm going to measure from that post 10 foot this way, and I'm going to put these every 10 foot. I've seen them every 8 foot, maybe every 12, but I wouldn't put them more than that. I try to get them right on 10 foot, and if I do hit a root or something, I'll just come back to 8 foot. Okay, so we're going to make sure this thing's level both ways. If you don't want to figure your measurement from the string until you're level to know if it's right. So I'm looking at this ball, this bubble in here, and this bubble says I'm level right there, and that's about 1/4 inch off the string. So I'm going to go ahead and spray paint my spot. Okay, so we spray painted it. We put our lag bolt in the center of that, and at this point you either dig it out by hand or we're going to use our auger to drill this hole. All right, now these holes for these posts are going to be less because these posts are 6 foot by 4 inches. So I only want to go down about 24 inches deep. And that's what I am right there, 24. All right, so this post from the ground level should be up about 53 to 54 inches. That's just where I put mine. You put yours however you want, but I got 4 foot of fence that's going in here, 48 inches. I want to leave a piece on top. I'm going to be putting a piece of barbed wire around there because we're going to have some cattle. So that's about how high you want to have it out of the ground. At this point, you're going to level it up, make sure that you're going to be 1/4 inch off that string. At no point do you want to install this where it's touching the string because that might mess you up way down the line. And we're good leveling that way. We're good this way, so we're going to fill this in. Somebody be up here checking the levelness both ways at all times when the other person's filling it in. Okay, at this point, this is good. As you can see, it's about 1/4 inch off the string. And we got 8 more poles to go. We're not going to film all those, but you're going to do these other 8 poles just the same. Okay, so there you go. We got an H all the way down there at the end. Come down here, we got an H where this gate is, and we'll have a different video on how to install the gates. And then we got an H right here, and then we just set these 11 poles. As you can see, you can look right down that string line there and see how straight that is. These things are going to be up for 50 years, so might as well make them right. And that's it for installing the fence post and building the H's. Now we're going to have more videos coming out on how to strengthen these fence lines up, and also some more information. And so be sure to watch those videos, and hopefully this helped you out on putting in your fence post. So there you go. That's how you install your fence post. And be sure to watch our other videos as they come out on the complete fencing of your whole property, installing the fence itself onto the post. And if you want to subscribe, we're going to have a lot more videos coming out. And if you like the video, please hit the like button. And remember, in God we trust.